What is up, everybody? This is a young Queen Cat,
Smiley B,
and your man Louis Lamar,
and you're kicking it here with us at Star SküL.
We have a special guest here today by the name of Luca. She is a director for the Boys and Girls Club here in the city. She also is an entrepreneur of her own natural skincare cosmetics.
Yes. So before we get started, I do greatly appreciate being on this platform with you guys and joining the podcast. I'm super excited to hear like what we got to talk about. I'm ready to bring some great energy. So let's get started.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So our first topic today is snitching. When is it enough of this old adage that been plaguing our culture, plaguing our communities forever? When is it okay to snitch, quote unquote? What exactly is snitching? So I think that's what we just need to jump into. Who want to tackle that first?
Well, I'll go in. I'll just state that I just think that it just depends on the situation and the repercussions of the situation. When you have someone...
What do you think snitching is?
I think snitching is when you're being asked to tell the truth, but it is something that could hinder you or another person. It's something that is, we're not supposed to do, but it's just definitely tied to telling the truth in a sense. But it's called snitching, and it's looked bad upon because people don't want the truth to come out about their actions and things that they've done that is not right.
Like we already know, everybody knows, if you're thinking about hood rules or anything like that, snitching is when you telling what happened. When you telling who did it, where it happened, that's what it is. I think that's what everybody considers it, at least. I think snitching is when we committed a crime, me and you. We committed this crime. We went out here and we hit this lick or whatever we did. You get caught. You snitch because you got caught. I think that's what snitching should be and considered. Now, if they want to keep doing that, fine, do that. But I don't think what's going on today, these little 16-year-olds stabbing their girlfriends up. We got all these different murders and stuff like that. I don't think that's the answer anymore. Like, I think we need to, if you're a neighbor and you're a victim of snitching, you need to say something. It's time, hey, this snitching stuff is dead, man. It's time to move forward. For sure. I mean, that's just my take on it. What you think, Kat?
I think that it definitely is a fine line between, what goes on in the family or in the community needs to stay within the family and the community. I definitely agree that snitching, to me, when I hear snitching, it's like two people or multiple parties did something together and one person is asked to tell or tattle on somebody. But it kind of, like a lot of things, when we start these things and then 10 years later they turn into something else. Now it's like, if you know something, don't say anything at all. It's counterproductive because, people get hurt unnecessarily and people are afraid. I think that's another thing that has to do with snitching. People get afraid of the consequences and the repercussions and what somebody might do to them if they find out that they was the ones who told.
Or the street cred.
Right.
Mocha?
So let me just put this out here as a disclaimer that if I find out that any of y'all in there looking and that check looking right, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and turn you in. No, but
so you getting the reward? That's what
I'm definitely getting the reward. I'm going to require your time. We pinging locations. I'm definitely submitting your phone my iPhone location. But on a very serious note, I teach the kids at the Boys and Girls Club all the time that like if something happens to you, it's an open door policy. You can come to me, we can have a conversation. It's not really a sense of you getting someone in trouble, but you getting justice for what happened to you. And I think that we need to start holding people accountable. I think people get way too comfortable with the fact that I can commit a crime or I can do something and there's no repercussions behind it because the people that I rock with have my back, knowing that is right or wrong. I think that is extremely two-faced. I think that is extremely like bender breaking, like on your morals and your values. We can hit on so many things. I think we're talking crime related. And I have to say that I'm guilty because, my friend, She might do what she do on the side, you know, that's my best friend, and I know morally that's not right, or it may not be, you know, and this is just like an example. And then my cousin might go rob a bank, and I'm like, nah, that ain't right, that ain't more. So, like, where do I fall on the scale? Do I think, you know, that adultery is okay, but I think that robbing a bank is not, and should I snitch on this and not snitch on that? So I think, like, across the board, we should start standardizing what that looks like. And I think,
For sure.
especially when we're dealing with, we teach kids. Tell when someone hits you. Tell when someone does this. Tell when someone. When we're looking at adults and we're like, nah, SkUL, we gonna turn a blind eye to it. No, you need to be accountable for your own actions. Period.
I'm blaming
You're absolutely
Cameron.
right. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, even if we're not talking about standardizing snitching, even if you over here promoting everybody go be a snitch, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to people victimizing our communities, our neighborhoods, our neighbors, our kids, our cousins, our family member, it's time to start speaking up about that. Like, that's where you absolutely need to do your part. And get Ray Ray out of here. Ray Ray can't have 16 bodies and still be on the block posted. He gotta go. I'm sorry.
So I guess it's
because if it's your family member, you're gonna want someone to speak up, and that's the thing. And it's just like two separate standards. If you're the one committing the crime, you feel like, don't snitch on me, you know, you my homie or whatever, we get it out the mud. But if it's your cousin or your sister or somebody that gets hurt, then you want everybody to speak up so that you can, you know, serve justice or whatever the case may be. But that's just not okay.
So we need to probably take a look at what we're calling snitching. We need to kind of take affirmative action into making sure the definition of snitching is correct. It's not snitching if, you know, somebody busts up your grandmama's house.
You're a victim.
And right, that's like not the same thing as you busting up somebody's grandmama's house with your friend, and one of y'all got to snitch on the other because somebody got to go down. So, or both of y'all got to go down.
Get him the hood justice by all means. He got caught. He told on you. Hey, do what y'all got to do. But stop victimizing the community. You know, we the culture. Like, we're trying to move forward. Let's do that.
Yeah, so I think that we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be right back at you guys in just a second with another topic.